Welcome back to episode 7 of my Europa playthrough of Stationeers. So last time I may have had a slight mishap involving dying at the end, and I didn't get anything like as much done as I'd wanted to, but hopefully I can be more productive this time as long as nothing else explodes. But I can hear some ominous pipe groaning, so that's not a good start, is it? Let's begin by having a look to see what's going on. That's at 1.6% stress with a bit of stuff starting to liquefy in the pipe. I might stop pumping more. I don't know whether to pump more or less, to be honest. I mean, putting the pressure up will cause more stuff to liquefy, but then that should shunt into the liquid pipes. I don't know. I can't quite work out what's about to blow, so I guess I'll just get out there and see what I can find. There's my body from last time, one arm sticking through the door. Not quite sure what's happening there, but there we go. Currently dead. Yes I was. Right, you can take your dead self and no, I don't want to consume tomato soup. I want to throw him. I don't know why it said consume tomato soup. Right, let's go and see if we can try and figure out what's about to explode before it does. That would be an amazing improvement on last time. That's not showing any stress. That's not. The pressure in there's at 200 kPa. That's not supposed to happen because this is set to 150. So how has that happened? That's the issue. Can I open this in time before it all goes wrong? Whoa! I forgot that I had something in my other hand. The sheet of glass has just propelled itself upwards at a bazillion miles a second. Yeah, okay. Well, I stopped the cooling tower exploding, so I'll take that as a win, but I'm kind of annoyed that I've lost a sheet of glass because I'm going to have to go and print another one now, aren't I? Damn. Oh, shut up with your power low. Yeah, that ain't coming down anytime soon, if ever. It's possibly gone into orbit. Okay, well, I guess I'll go make another one, won't I? That's annoying. Doubly so, because I actually haven't got a whole lot of silicon, but there we go, never mind. It could have been worse. If the whole thing had blown up, it probably would have taken out a couple of panels at least. I don't know why I'm just scrolling down. I can actually type the word glass, can't I? That would be really clever. Right, okay, well, I'll go and stick the lid back on. I don't understand how they got so overpressurized. The only thing I'm thinking is it's pumped it at night time. No, I don't know. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Something is still unhappy out here. That's a pipe rather than the structure. So which pipe is complaining? That one's okay. That's getting a bit stressed. Okay, well hopefully, well that's 5% stress, that should be shunting the liquid into here. Oh, there goes something. What's just blown? Oh great, the one right on the corner there. And my jetpack's running low. Let's do that real quick. Right, okay. Right, I need to... no, not jetpack on. Put that away is what I need to do. Oh, get out of the way, man. You're dead. Stop being a pain. Go over there. I need to fix that, is what I need to do. Probably just need to have another look at where I put that pressure reg as well, just to make sure that I haven't actually cut off the ability for liquids to flow back through. I'm going to make a few of these because I know that there's a slight tendency once one goes for several to go, and then hopefully get back out there before they do, but If I can't, then it's not the end of the world. Although it's very annoying.
Jetpack on.
Yeah, that really should have vented.
Jetpack low.
I know the jetpack's low, stop. Should have vented across here. I think we've got a problem with partial pressures that mean that things that need to vaporise can't. I think partly again because this is still too warm. But I'm not sure I understand why the liquid in there is not spraying out. Or is it? No. That's why I understand now how it's got overpressure. Of course, the liquid has sprayed out in addition. Yeah, the liquid has sprayed out in addition to the gas, which has taken it over pressure. It's basically a problem because it's too warm in there still, and we're not getting. Oh, actually, it's now looking halfway sensible. If we can get the pollutant to drop away, then I think hopefully the system should purge the tower. I might just turn that off for a minute and just see whether that's enough to encourage it to happen. Although I think the pollutant is mostly coming from there. See, I can still hear things creaking and groaning. I'm going to need to change gas cylinders before I just fall out of the sky. Yeah, there's some stress in here from liquids freezing because I turn that off. That I do not want to do. That, on the other hand, is okay. Right, so that should reduce. That pressure's now falling. Okay, and what's in there is now, yeah, it's getting back up in terms of the amount of pollutant. And it's still too warm for the pollutant to freeze out. It needs to be at minus 98. So that liquid is still too warm, and so is the gas actually. So that's the problem. I've got to get below that threshold without these pipes all bursting. Sounds horrific actually up here at the moment. I can't see what. I was going to say what's about to burst. Now that's weird because I just looked at that one and it did not look too bad. There we go. Where's that? There it is.
Power critical.
Gonna have to go and sort that in a minute. Yeah, you see I'm not seeing too much stress on there. The pressure's climbing, and I know that these pipes can't take huge amounts, but it should be venting across there. Oh, that's at 5 MPa. What's just popped? Something internally? Yeah, okay. Well, this whole system is definitely not very stable now. I've just pressed the wrong button. I've gone up instead of down. Right, let's go in and sort this. First things first, because otherwise I'm going to end up running out of power. I'm sure whatever came out of that pipe will be delightful, since that was from the furnace. I mean, actually I think it was mostly CO2, but it's very cold. it's because this is so cold, and we've got it to -50. Okay, we've got liquid CO2 in there. Okay, I think I need a liquid vent onto that. That will help. I mean, it's going to put CO2 in the atmosphere in here, but I think we need that. I'd like to be able to just leave it to be stable for a bit. That would be lovely, and I could get on with something. Although I have no doubt as soon as I use the furnace, it'll blow the whole thing up again in a different way. But I think on here we probably want to do that and just allow the liquid CO2 to come out. Right, okay, so that solves that side. Now obviously this side's still going to get liquid CO2, but I don't really want to dump that. Obviously there's some liquid forming in here, but that should go across the bridge. I'm wondering if I need more liquid capacity. Actually, that might be the issue. Could be that the liquid system's filling up too much. I'm going to try it and see. I wanted to create a double size one. Right, well, I'm not very optimistic that this will solve the problem, but it might do. I'm wondering whether there's not enough capacity on the liquid side for all the liquids out of the gas to come through, and then that's meaning that the gas can't flow back. I'm not convinced, but it's a possibility, and it's something that's relatively easy to fix for, so let's just do that. I'll put that there, and whoops, okay, that wasn't quite where I meant to drop that, but it did the job. Stick that on there. Okay, I don't know whether that's going to help or not, and I can't see from down here because my helmet's in the way. Right. Okay, that should have ample capacity. I mean, we've got some actual freezing liquid CO2 liquid in there, but that should now have ample capacity to take what it needs. Still quite a bit of oxygen gas in there, and I don't understand why it's not going across here. It should have capacity to do that here, and similarly I don't understand why. Alright, I'm wondering whether it's a reload thing. No, that doesn't seem to have... I mean, we must have reached some sort of equilibrium, but okay, nothing's groaning, so maybe it's not going to explode for a little while. That would be lovely. This is at -142, so this is actually really cold now. So hopefully as that goes in, it will start to freeze out, which was obviously always the intention. I'm not sure why there's still liquid of any sort in there, but well, let's see how we go. Anyway, in the meantime, I've got a furnace to fill, which will probably result in more explosions, but you know. Okay, that's not going to count as a... thought it might work as an intake, but it is not. I need 2 chutes, and I've only got 1 because the other one's inside. Right, on the off chance that I get it going, I may as well take some stuff with me. So 13 of them, I'm going to want 39 of them. 2, 3, okay, there we go, that'll stop me accidentally doing the wrong amount. I need Electrum as well. There's an 11 stack of, yeah, okay, I don't need much Electrum. Oops, what am I doing? Okay, and that wasn't what I meant to do, but it functionally did what I needed. Right, okay. Well, let's give it a go. Here goes nothing, as they say.
Jetpack on.
Right, get in. Right, let's just check. The extractor pump is off, that is closed. Okay, well, there we go. See what happens, I suppose. I'm not optimistic for not blowing myself up with this. Not even sure there's enough in there to actually ignite, but we'll see. Right, before we do anything else, let's at least attempt to understand what's in the furnace in terms of is it an ignitable mix. So it's nearly all volatiles. Actually, there's almost no oxygen. I thought that there was some in there. I'm going to need to add some oxygen to that, or that is just not going to ignite. I don't think it might ignite just enough to drag some stuff in. We'll see. I don't think that's going to do it, is it? Yeah. It's going to take a little bit of work now. Should have got the gas mix right first, but I was a bit paranoid about blowing the thing up. I'm assuming it is actually doing something with that iron, but I'm not completely certain it is. Right, okay, at least I can draw that through at this point. Okay, all is not lost. Okay, so I need to add... Right, we'll try again. I thought there was a little bit of oxygen left in there. Should have checked.
Jetpack on.
Okay. Right, so I do have some.
Power low.
So let's get one of them. And one of them. Okay, well, it was a nice base. I really hope this doesn't blow it up. Okay, well that's some steel, that's a good start. Temperature in here is at 7 degrees and climbing. Risk blowing a bit of atmosphere out. I want to try and see if I can manage to make some electrum. Ah!
Jetpack on.
No, go down. Keep pressing the wrong buttons today. Right, okay, let's kick it in and get that in there. Let's see whether or not we can manage to make some electrum as well. Be lovely if it worked and everything was still sort of vaguely usable in here. It's 22 degrees in here. Right, that's not making electrum. May just actually be slightly too hot. I think it needs to go below 1000 Kelvin. We'll see in a minute. No, okay, so let's quickly check the requirements for electrum. I mean, I was just sort of chuck it in and see what happens, so I'm not completely surprised. We need to be between 700 and 10k. The pressure needs to be between 800 and 2.4. Okay, so it's actually the pressure's too high. Temperature's okay at the moment, although I need to evacuate some pressure reasonably quickly. Otherwise it won't be. Come on. Gotta get that below pressure below 2.4 before the temperature goes below 800. Come on. Come on. .38 electrum, boom. Okay, so that's great. Now the problem is it's now 40 degrees C in here and climbing. But you know, I got steel and I got electrum. So the steel can be used to let's put that in there. Steel can be used to make some radiators, but the main thing I've got to do now is figure out how I can very quickly shunt some heat out of this hab, otherwise we're going to have a problem. That's incredibly hot gas and it's happily radiating away. Right, that's actually the hottest bit of hot gas. Okay, well I'm going to have to do this and undoubtedly it's going to do bad things. What I'm hoping it will do though is to dump some heat into here and bring yeah, maybe not that much heat though. Oh my god, I was hoping that would bring it up just to a nice sort of 20 degrees. That's an insane temperature. We won't be using that straight out of there. I do need to make a proper sized tank to store that gas, but that's not good. I guess this isn't really running, so it's not sucking anything through. It's now 53 degrees in here, so it's not really ideal, is it? And the pressure's quite high, so I can't even just quickly do a quick and dirty and throw a load of ice down. Although that said, with the amount of pollution in there, I might dump that. Right, where does that settle? Oh, that's hardly made any difference. It's taken like 6 kPa off. Let's dump it anyway.
Hydration critical.
Okay. It's not really making much difference at all. It's an interesting problem to have on Europa, that the base is entirely too hot. It's not normally an issue. It's 58 degrees now. It's getting worse. Right, okay, I think I need to get some pipe radiators made so that we can cool the outside stuff faster. I've only got enough gold to make one in there, but I think if I snag that one, that will be helpful. I think we're going to need a few. Don't want to use all my steel for this, but I do need to make some. This is important. Right, last one I think. Okay. Right, so what I need to do is to actually get the stuff outside cooling faster. Let's blow that out. We've got too much gas in there. If I can cool that faster, hopefully. What's going on with that pipe? That's incredibly hot, so let's put one on there for a minute. Okay, see how fast that comes down in temperature, so that's good. I don't know whether any of these have got the really hot gas in them. Okay, well, putting one on there is going to be, whoops, a good idea if I want to bring temperatures down quickly. Although, sadly, it doesn't seem to be, there's so much gas in there, it's actually not coming down very quickly. Oof, that's very cold, isn't it? That's very cold. Is that flowing in here at that temperature? That's a whole different issue. Oh, that's got all sorts of nasties in it. Right, okay, that's a whole different problem for another time. Right. Yeah, I thought that would drop really quickly.
Jetpack on.
Okay, what you can see going on in there is some stuff starting to freeze though, so that's good. Okay, that's really cold. That's definitely good news. This is cooling. And that's cold. Okay. Ah, and that's burst. Okay, I don't think I've got a spare one on me either, have I? No, I haven't. Okay, let's
Power critical.
right, that's never going to freeze. Got power critical, so I've got to get inside and change the battery. .63 degrees. So it's better than it was at one point, but it's not brilliant. Okay, well, at least jetpack low is not an issue in here. Right. So I need another liquid pipe. Probably several. I feel like if I can get the system stable out there, then it'll probably work again nicely. It did work very well at the beginning, but until I can stabilise it, not so good. Anyway, I think what I've proved is I can make alloys in here, but not too many or too often. More CO2 dumped on the floor. Right.
Jetpack on.
Right, we need that in there. It's the only way we're going to get any freezing out. Right, that's quite cold. That should be cold enough to freeze out CO2 and pollutant. And if I can get that to happen, and we can get that pollutant down to 0, then obviously we should run the vents. There's still quite a bit of liquid pollutant in there though, and rising. I'm not sure where it's coming from. Whoops. Again, I keep pressing the go up button. What is wrong with me? Okay. So, more moles coming through. They must be coming through from that inner pipe. Pollutant. So actually there's a lot of oxygen in there as well, isn't there? Yeah, I mean, I think that's the basic problem, is that that amount of pollutant is enough to stop the system from sucking the air out. Well, it's at 60, it's not... It's going the wrong way. I need a liquid. That's what I need. Do I need a liquid radiator? Yes, if I can cool this down faster, that should snow out faster. And there goes the power on that. Okay. It's kind of tricky to get your head around what needs to happen, because as it changes phase, the oh, I forgot to. Oh, never mind. Some pollutant. Actually, if I melted too fast, I was going to say if I'm quick, I can actually remove some pollutant. Okay, look, it's only 48 degrees in here now. No, it's going back up again now. Right, so I need. Change the battery on the tablet, and I'm going to try and make a hopefully this will help, radiator liquid, couple of these. Then I'm going to have to come and drink, but I'm not even sure which room I'd drink in now. They both seem to be polluted and not great temperature wise.
Jetpack on.
Right, this might be completely stupid. Oh, what is groaning and squealing now? Okay, well, I don't know, so I'm going to put them on and try and figure it out. So, interestingly, that temperature's barely dropping at all. That's a bit stressed, but not very. That appears to be not very. I think that pressure's too high though, although it's not manifesting as showing stress. Oh! Not what I needed. Not what I needed. Oh! I can't even jump over the... Well, that was terribly timed. I mean, my only real hope is that brings the temperature down fast and... Oh no, there we go, everything's just going to go bang. What's even exploded? That pipe there. You see, that pipe wasn't showing any stress on it. Right, where's the spanner? There it is. Take it out. Put that in. That was terribly timed. Just hope that dropping the temperature this aggressively is enough to really cool things down in there. But that's the temperature. It's starting to liquefy oxygen, I think, minus 111. That's very high pressure. I'd love to know what's going on inside there, but the only bit I can measure it off is up the top, and if I try and fly up there, that's not going to happen, is it? Oh no, maybe minus 172, but I can't get the tablet to the right angle because of the way the stupid tablet animation is. Yeah. No, that's world. That's not even picking up. Okay. I think we can reasonably call that 0, but this is the problem. Even though that's very low, maybe I need to just... Where's my memory 0? Maybe I need to make this number a really tiny number that's not quite 0. Maybe that's the solution here. I don't want to make it 0.1 though. Even that's still too big. Need the labeler really. Which is inside. There's no other way to do it. I'm going to have to. Right, I do need to drink that water in a minute, but
Power low.
swept away in the storm. Okay, so I'm going to make that 0.001, so 0.1%. Okay, and what I'm hoping is that that's enough, because what's in there was actually quite trace amounts. 0.000. So that should be comparing. That's a bad one. Where's that? This one is this number. It says equal to. I need to now change that to say if it's less than. Right, that should be enough to run the... Okay, it's running. Good. I mean, what happens in this storm when it's this cold out here? I have no idea. But at least that means that we're sucking out almost pure gas. Rather than waiting for it to be absolutely pure. But you can see that's got, I mean, it's tiny amounts, but it's liquefying straight in those pipes. Because it's minus 121 degrees. However, okay, good, still haven't got any of that coming through. Ah, that's blown there. That's not very good, is it? So that's at 45 degrees because it sucked it in, but it's probably put all sorts of... Okay, that's interesting. We've actually got liquefying of vaporizing liquid gases. Of course, because that's spraying the liquid out of there now, isn't it? So it's allowing the liquid CO2 and pollution and nitrogen to come out of there. That's now 99.8%. Of course, the nitrogen's liquefying and coming out, so my original idea around separating it by liquefying is kind of being done for me, just not in a controlled way or where I'd want it to go. Sort of proves the concept, although I have proved the concept in slightly more controlled circumstances, but there we go. Right, fix this up, and then I'm going to see whether I can actually do anything to that poor old greenhouse that I keep meaning to get to. Okay, so that's really cold, and that's really hot, so if I do that, that should make various things deeply unhappy. What's going to blow?
Air tank low.
Actually can't work out what's about to blow, or maybe that was just it adjusting. Okay. I really don't want nitrous in this. That's leaking into the room as well. That's something I really don't want. I actually think I'm going to have to remove that valve now. Just wrench. It was good when I put it in, but we've got so much other crap that's got in there now that it's the downside of making that 0.01. It's a tiny amount, but I'm going to guess eventually it will go. So stress is creeping up though, so I'll need to keep an eye on that. Okay, it's kind of warming up a bit in places. It really can't make its mind up what's going on there, can it? That's at minus 92 now, and the furnace itself is down to 40 degrees. Okay, well, so I suppose, you know, the good news is that the hab's not about to catch fire. I can suck all of that out of the furnace. We can hopefully recapture some of that heat into here. It's minus 94, it's still very cold, but if you consider outside it was just about minus 180 just now. It's going in the right direction. And we have got some pollutants in there, but actually if you look at the percentages, they are very small. 0% functionally of nitrous and 0.1% of pollutant, so that's probably kind of acceptable. It's basically pure oxygen actually in there at the moment. In the atmosphere in here we've got still 12% pollutant, so that's not good, is it? Okay, I think we're going to go in. Grab a water bottle. Now, don't blow up now, I'm kind of getting bored of that now. I'd like to just actually get on with the build. Okay, so what have we got in here? It's not brilliant, it's 8%, but we're just going to have to tough it out now, I'm afraid. Do it as fast as possible.
Toxin critical. Critical. Toxin critical.
Okay. Well, that's the start. I've actually got food in here, so I'll leave one of each in here for now. Right, what's the state of this? So we're nearly out of oxygen in the suit. That's not very good, is it? That was in the nick of time. So many warnings that I just kind of got a bit overwhelmed with what I needed to worry about next. Right, well, it's not brilliant, but
Health low.
top that up. Right. Yeah, okay, this cooling tower seemed like such a good idea when I built it. Now it's just taking constant maintenance. Starting to get a bit bored of it. Right, so in terms of the greenhouse then, let's see what we actually need to do in there, shall we? So we've got an extraction so that's bringing the air out of here. What's that currently set to? 85, okay. And we've got some duff coming in and that's set to 79. Of course what's coming in is actually a little bit polluted compared to what's currently in here, which isn't ideal, which is about the same now, 9% pollutant. So we just still need to remove the pollutant. I think I may just use a filter for it now. It feels like we just need to get on with it and sort it out. And then I can hopefully, oh there goes something bursting outside again, yeah, bored of that now. I'm just going to start dumping the pollutant, hopefully we can figure it out from there. Oh, whatever's burst, it's out here, isn't it, I think? Yeah. Nice, that's really polluted it in here even more. Right, I'm going to run an atmosphere processor in here. I'm just going to dump the pollutant and the nitrous out straight outside and let them freeze and just get rid of them. These gold, which of course we haven't got any of. Well, we have, but not ready to use. Okay, let's just get that built, and I'm going to take a filter for nitrous and a filter for pollutant. I think I'm literally just going to dump them out there or something. And then I need to fix that. Let's turn that off. That's a waste of power. Yeah, I think my little trade-off here of less power for filtering some of this stuff may well turn out to have been a bit of a false economy, but there we go. There's some iron down there. Put that in there. and pipe to fix that broken bit. Right. Okay, let's sort that one out. Right, hopefully that can just do its thing. Right. Put it out there, or should I chuck it out this side? Maybe I'll chuck it out this side, that's where most of the other things are. I'm just going to work out where I'd... To be honest, there's not a lot of room though, is there? I'll put it over here. Right, so filtration... that'll be fine. So that's going to need... I think that needs welding. Yeah, if I can at least get the pollutant out of the atmosphere in here, that would be a good start. Not sure how many pipes actually. Oh, I need pipes to construct it as well. Okay. I can't remember what else I need. It will come back to me. Right, that's probably enough for that. I'm going to need a vent for outside and a vent for inside. In fact, I'm going to need 2 vents for inside and 1 for outside, because I'm going to just suck the air in from in here. I could use a pipe cowl actually, couldn't I? Never mind. That's fine. Right, so this will be the reject, which is effectively going to be my actual pure clean air. Okay, that's not the best way to do that, is it? Don't really want to put it right next. Well, I suppose I could do actually. I'll just clean it as soon as it comes through. Oh, you can connect it directly up. I did not know that. That's actually quite good. Right, what do I need to finish making that? Screwdriver and 2 cable coil. Okay, and 1 more pipe. Pipe, pipe, pipe. Right, okay, let's get out here and right, okay, so the tower is working again now. That's good. It's just not working as efficiently as I need it to. There we go, and then that can go onto there. Hopefully we should see. That's it. Lovely. Pollutant and nitrous. Okay, well that will help as well. I think we just got to use any means available to oops, sort this out. Right. Okay, so that's now running fairly continuously. What's actually in there? Probably still quite a mix. Yeah, that's running quite continuously, but that should not be... Oh no, that's flicking on and off. I'm guessing that it flicks on and off as things freeze out of the atmosphere, but they're still polluting at 10%. That really should not be... Ah, okay, it's at 10% and then it turns on. When it turns on, it sucks it down. Okay. I see the problem. It's kind of flicking on and off. And when it does, it brings through 10% pollutant. And then it's got no pressure, probably. Right, okay, well, I'm going to try just to be a bit more selective now. I'm just... see if I can change the setting on that to be 0.001. Okay. Hopefully that will bring a bit less rubbish through as well. Of course, I've now realised what happened to that CO2. It's still sat inside there because I never actually powered the thing and turned it on. I'm not going to have enough cable now. No, there we go. Okay, so that needs to be connected up. But it also needs to be programmed, which is a bit of a challenge. Without an IC, although I might be able to actually make an IC now. I'm just thinking I've got electrum and I've got silver. That would be very nice. At the very least I can make a computer and a sorter programmer. Okay, we're going to need a computer either way, so can I make one? I need gold. I've got gold. Before I get carried away, I need... all very exciting, but I need more cable.
Power low.
Should have smelted some of these whilst I had the furnace hot as well, shouldn't I? That was an oversight on my part. Okay. Always looks so much with cable and then it's really not. It doesn't last long at all. Okay. Right, I'm going to need that for both programming and fitting out the IC. Right, okay, the pollutant in here at least is starting to come down. Might even process some more nitrice in a minute, although I'm not convinced that won't explode everything again. Right. So I'm going to need to just check I've got everything I need. I know I've got copper at the moment. Solder. Did I not make solder? I thought I'd made some. That was really stupid because solder's actually quite easy to make in a warm furnace. And I thought I'd got some, so I didn't bother. Okay, so I'm going to have to relight the furnace just to get solder, which is a massive hassle. At least the temperature in here is back to 6 degrees rather than the horrific temperature it was before. but that's still not great. Okay, that's irritating. I should have thought ahead. Well, I did think ahead, I just should have checked. Right, I need solder for the IC10 chip as well. I've only got enough to make 4 chips, but I think that will be enough. And we're going to need copper and gold. Okay, that's fine. So I can at least do something. Right, one thing I can do is to at least make a computer and put a sorter motherboard on it, and then I can finish the CO2 chute. Right, I've got 11 lead. It's not great, but I have got 11, and in fact I've got 11 iron. That's actually even more annoying in a way, that I've got everything I need in exactly the right proportions, just stacked up and ready to use. Oh well, there we go. That's a lesson, isn't it? Right. Let's turn that off. How's this coming along? Getting there. Right. I need silver for the motherboard. I knew I needed silver for something. Right, at least at the moment that's on the same circuit as in here, so where shall I put this computer? There's a nice empty space over there, but it seems a ridiculously silly place to put it. I think we'll stick it in that corner. Right. Now I think we just need the screwdriver for that, and I need to connect the data port as well, because I'm going to be sending data. Whoops. Across there, there, and where is my wire cutters? There it is. And connect that there. Right, okay, well, it's not great, but at least in theory. So, of course there's no sorters connected at the moment. I haven't connected it up. I'd better go and do that. And I'm going to need some chutes, but I don't know how many, so I'll figure it out. I'm going to have to program it and come out and test it anyway. Right, in terms of number of chutes, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think. And then connect that to there. Okay, that's a good start. Right, I'm taking that and throwing it over there because I do not want that accidentally going in there. Pretty sure that was the one I just put through. And there it goes, rolling off. Right, okay. So that's now powered. So I'm actually going to make half a dozen chutes so that the ones we don't want just get sent off in a random direction or something. So let's go and get shoots. Basic shoots. Three, 4, 6, 1 for luck. 7, right. Now hopefully device. So I'm going to whitelist. This is the worst user interface ever. I'm going to whitelist carbon dioxide ice if I can find it, which is on here somewhere. I hate this UI. Oh, seriously. Gonna have to do it like this. This could take a little while. This user interface was not great when there were about a quarter of the number of items in the game. It's become progressively more not great every time anything else is added, which I kind of get as a deterrent. This is the you know, you're supposed to go for using IC chips, but right now we don't have any choice. But as you saw, if I click to scroll down, it then closes, so I'm having to scroll with the mouse wheel. I've probably got RSI. In fact, quite honestly at this point one of my fingers may well fall off. I think it feels like it's quite likely, and it's kind of in alphabetical order in sections that make no sense to me, although they probably do under the covers, because they're kind of related but then they're kind of not related. And I'm just hoping that the ices are even in here. I mean, it's like this is clearly all food, and then it's stuff you can wear. Canisters, but it's like, why is it canisters after the stuff you can wear? Or ice. Right, we want pure carbon dioxide ice. Now, which do we want? Do we want ice carbon dioxide or ice liquid carbon dioxide? Because to my mind they should be the same thing. They're carbon dioxide ice. I'm sure as hell not adding it again. Let's hope that's the right one. I don't understand why there would be two. It's like, it's solid carbon dioxide which should melt to liquid carbon dioxide, which then may vaporize or potentially sublime directly to gas, but either way it should end up being the same thing. Anyway, that says pure ice carbon dioxide, so hoping that's the right one. What I want to see is if I put that in there, that it goes that way, and I guess what I want to also see is if I put that in there, it comes through. Nice, okay, perfect, that's what I needed. Right, okay, now we can connect this up. 2, 3, 4, 5, there we go, and we'll have this one go straight upwards just for comedy value. There we go, great. Okay, so that should now just dispose of anything that's not carbon dioxide, and all the carbon dioxide ice should get sent to the greenhouse. So that's definitely a good start. Put that in my backpack so it doesn't immediately vaporise. Okay, so actually the greenhouse is coming together slowly. Hopefully we're gradually removing the pollutant. I might even be able to plant something in there soon. Where's the tablet? There it is. So we're down to 4% pollutant in here. Oh, it's actually quite cold in here now. Okay, but 4% pollutant in here, so that's a start. Although, okay, that pipe's now nearly free of pollutant. It is mostly oxygen, but a little bit of nitrogen. The stuff that's going out, yeah, okay, we're freezing out. So there's quite a lot of CO2 in there that we ought to freeze out in the cooling tower if the system is working. We've still got some decent quantity, 4 litres of water in there, but I'm going to need to crush up some more ice soon. Let's go see what this looks like in here. So in here we're at 7%, so it's actually more polluted in here than it is out there at the moment, but that's because we're actively cleansing it. I could use the mobile, do that, let that melt. I could use the portable scrubber in here, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to let this do its thing. So the back pressure from here is being held or actively managed to 85, and is pumping through into the other room. You can see we're pumping quite a bit of CO2 through. It's very cold actually, that pipe. Okay, now in here
Filter low.
I'm going to turn the temperature up a little bit.
Hydration critical.
In fact, I'm going to turn out 10 degrees thinking about it. We have still got quite a lot of oxygen in the atmosphere. Right, I'm going to need to make a new filter. But it's going in the right direction. Okay. So, filter before I forget, otherwise that will be my next cause of death. So, carbon dioxide filter, I'm going to make a couple of them. Let's swap that for there, and then I can just, whoops, grab that, and grab that. And at some point I'll have a recycling facility to get rid of those, but not right now. I can just go up there. That one, whoops. Got there. Right, I'm going to go and melt some nitrice, which will probably blow everything up again. Save some power. Thought we'd see a bit more ice forming out there from the stuff I'm dumping, but apparently not. Right, power low, yes, but not that low, but... Okay. Right. Yeah, actually, we've still got some in there anyway. Well, let's bit of stress building in that pipe. It's the liquid nitrous. We'll let it do its thing. Really quite a bit building in there. Yeah, I think I need to let this stuff in relatively close, slowly and gently, don't I? What's going on up there? Yeah, that's quite warm again. It's when it causes problems actually, is when it gets too warm. There's not really a way round that. Got to melt the stuff. unless I'll put it into a holding tank and let it cool back down, although it's made a big difference having those radiators. You can see how fast that temperature's dropping. The key thing is I've got to get it below minus 98 really, really quickly. Where's the stress? It's that pipe, I think that's the one that's groaning. I'm not too worried if it's at 5%. What concerns me is that something somewhere is at much more and I can't see it. That does not sound good. Whoa, okay. Yeah, precisely my point. Although again, there was no indication that that was anywhere near as bad as it clearly was. Oops. I feel like we've still got far too much oxygen in the system as well, but at least it's 33% nitrogen. That's 76%, so that's really good if I can just manage to get it across into there. Okay, that's building up. Still really quite warm though. Okay, well, let's see how it goes. It does seem to be behaving a little bit strangely at times. There's some more CO2. Well, it'll do as a buffer gas in here as well, to be honest, at the moment. Almost tempted to melt this in here. Problem is the amount of nitrous it releases. Although we have got that down quite low, and I could stand basically on top of this, couldn't I? Let's just do a little bit and see what happens. Oh, temperature's -8 anyway, so nothing's going to melt in here, is it? Right, well, it's probably time to fire up the furnace and melt down that solder then. What did I do that for? Oh, just made it even worse by cancelling the depressurize. Right, okay, we'll get there in the end. Right. Dying of thirst again. Okay, so let's split one. Wait, what? No, not one of them. Split one of... Okay, hang on. Split one of them. Whoa! What the hell? Okay, I don't have very long to sort this out now. That was an unexpected surprise. Bonus. Yes, I know.
Oxygen critical.
Okay, I'm going.
Power low.
Let's hope I've got some tape somewhere.
Temperature low.
Well, that was unpleasant and unexpected. and has probably killed me by destroying my lungs again. Before it does, let's see if I can make some solder. Oh, there we go. That was worth it, wasn't it?
Cognition low.
I'm going to die making solder. No, 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 put it in there. If you're going to die, die here.
Cognition critical.
Yeah, I think I'm... Well, there we go. That's. I'm not even going to bother waiting. I can see the rate that the unconsciousness is going up very fast, and health is dropping as well. So I think I have completely destroyed my lungs by cracking my suit. So there we go. Well, don't drop ice at your feet, kids, because it turns out it bounces back and smashes your helmet and shreds your suit. There we go. That was a public information announcement. Back again. I'm actually going to end this video in a second because I just realised how long it's been going. Oh my god, I managed to jump over the whole building in a single bound, which would be amazing if I wanted to do that, but I really didn't. No, don't do it a second time. If you do it a second time, mate, I'm going to take your helmet off. Right, seriously. Enough. Right, you're not bloody Superman. Just get on with it. Come on. We've got things to do. Not least, we need to finish this video. Doesn't seem that nitrice caused everything out here to explode, so that's a nice surprise. Right, let's go and get my suit. I feel like I end every episode with me being dead at the moment, and spend most of the time in between the two either mining or fixing broken pipes. Hopefully it won't be like that all the way through, because I don't feel like it's the best gameplay experience. Anyway, there we go. Let's get these sorted. Oh, exception reference, null reference exception. Right, get in the airlock. I'm not sure your arms are supposed to go through your butt like that, but there we go. Right, how bad is the air in here now? It's not too tragic, is it? Okay, well, what if I were just to go, let's split one and just okay. I feel like we could probably live with that. Certainly if I'm standing here. I'm slightly concerned that it's gonna like smash my suit again now, but let's try and do a few. Okay, that's getting a little bit high now. Oh, it's coming down quite quickly though. Look at that nitrogen content. This is actually a pretty good solution. Yeah, sometimes the simplest solutions are the best. And get the nitrogen levels up whilst dumping the pollutant. I'll be happy with that, to be honest. Right, and then we just got to hope that the filtering does its job and also cleans out the greenhouse as well. But that's going to come down. I expect we might even see some nitrous freezing out there. Maybe not. It's not coming out fast enough, is it? It's doing the job though. That's good. Yeah, so there's 4.92 moles of nitrous in this room. Okay, well.
Waste tank caution.
Alright, what's the status of this? I might actually vent. I'm going to switch that for there, but I might actually just vent that now. There we go. Gives it another little boost of mostly CO2. Right. I mean, it's probably technically toxic in here at the moment with that level of CO2, but at least we're starting to get a processable atmosphere. So there we go. Right, and how's the greenhouse looking? A lot worse, I would imagine. No, actually, no. It's less nitrous, but more pollution. So plenty of CO2 though, that's good to see. But again, it's mostly oxygen and CO2, so we do need to get some nitrogen in here, but that should in theory start to happen. Let's just dump that. Should start to happen just as a result of this atmosphere processing gradually running. It's just that at the moment what's in there is still 62%, 37% nitrogen now. We're definitely moving in the right direction. I'm kind of wondering if I've got any more I could do that with. No, I haven't, and I'm definitely not going to risk it with volatiles. That's still progress, so I'm kind of happy with that. Yeah, no, definitely not going to risk that. Okay. So, right. Well, hopefully it's stable enough now for the moment. At least I don't need to eat or drink, having just killed myself. So I'm gonna start some stuff smelting and probably wrap it up there, because I think I've gone quite a while over. I think that's nearly an hour and a half, which is quite long enough, honestly. No one needs to listen to me for that long. So before I finish up, just make sure I've turned things off, because last time I didn't. Okay. So I think that's it for this episode. I know there has been much frustrating pipe fixing. However, we have now got the CO2 injection system working. I still need to run water pipes round to the greenhouse, but actually I'm going to run them internally because out there they're just going to freeze. It's minus 142 degrees. I've seen what happens to a water pipe in the winter when it's kind of minus 2 degrees, let alone minus 142. So they're just going to burst. So I'm going to run them through internally to the greenhouse. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do the last leg of it yet. I could use insulated pipes along that bit, but I'll probably try and run them. I don't know. That's a problem for next time. But this is currently the only water supply we've got. I need to get some big tanks made as well. Well, they haven't really got enough space. So I've got all sorts of problems to sort out. But if I can get the water into the greenhouse and we can get a proper hydroponics system set up, I reckon by the time I've done that, then hopefully a fair amount of the stuff that's in the air in there that's stopping us from being able to grow anything without killing it will be gone. And maybe next time I can actually plant something, but I'm not going to try that until I'm at least slightly confident that it's not just going to be poisoned immediately. And at the moment this atmosphere in here is not great, and the atmosphere in there is definitely not great. So I think there's still a little bit of work needed to be done. Well, or more to the point, there's a bit more work for the machinery to do. I just need to leave it running long enough to clean it up. So hopefully, if nothing else explodes, which is a big if, maybe, just maybe, next time we'll get some stuff growing in the greenhouse, which will mean that all our basic needs will have been met. We have at least now got, breathable air, although I need to start purifying off some oxygen to replenish the suit air tank. And we've got liquid water and power. The power's holding up okay. I mean, that's the end of the coal there, that 23 stack, but it's kind of holding up. Probably maybe try dropping a couple of solar panels down inside so that they don't get destroyed straight away as soon as there's a storm. I might extend that a bit onto that platform or something just to supplement it, because I feel like it's not using a lot. It's just periodically clicking on and just doing a little bit, but actually if you look at the rate that the charge is coming down, it's quite low. We've managed to keep the overall power consumption in the base actually at quite a reasonable level. Turning stuff off that I'm not using will help even more. The main thing is all the pressure regs and the atmosphere processing, honestly, but that can't really be helped. that we just need that. I forgot to turn off though, so there we go. But obviously helpful if we can make that last a little bit longer. That would be nice. Anyway, there we go. I think that's it for this time. Hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully next time a bit more progress, but managed to make some alloys as well this time, so getting there slowly. Anyway, hope to see you on the next episode. If you are enjoying these, I'd love it if you would subscribe to the channel, or as always feel free to leave comments or questions below. I will try to answer them either as a response or in a future video, and I hope to see you on the next one.